Well, have I had a productive day today? I've managed to get 4 videos done today, so now it's time to do some voiceovers. What am I doing on this layout? This one I have wanted to do some watercolouring. I haven't done any painting for a little bit, and the only way I was going to get that out of my system was to do it onto a layout because I haven't had a chance to do any watercolour artwork, so I figured I would do it on here. And for me, watercolouring is one of those things that if you don't practice it, you lose it. That's how I feel. Like you sort of become, it's a little bit like scrapping. You know, if you scrap every single day, you sort of get on a roll and it just flows. But if it's disjointed, it becomes difficult. And this is one of those sort of layouts. I wanted to just do some watercolor art and just do a painting or whatever, and which I don't put any of that stuff public, but I just thought, you know, I'll do it on here in a sort of small scale and see if it nips it in the bud for me. And I was really happy with how it turned out, actually. The photos that I'm scrapbooking are some swimming photos. They're just some mucking around swimming photos, and it was basically, we had a swimming pool in the front yard for a little while, and we did it for a couple of summers. We bought a new pool each year, and it pretty much, it was just a load of fun. And this particular day, Jen was quite a bit smaller than she is now, and she wanted to be thrown into the water. Well, of course, you've got to throw them because it was a deep, sort of 2.5 foot deep, 3, something like that. Anyway, you can't throw them in head first. You sort of got to splat them in. And I managed to get some photos, and it was really funny. And I've always wanted to scrap them, and I just never got around to it. So basically, the technique I'm using here is a bit of wet on wet. So I'm wetting the square with some clean water. I've got 2 cups of water in front of me. I've got a dirty one, and then I've got my clean one that I rinse my brush out with. And I'm not using any fancy watercolor paints. I'm just using my MONT ones. These are the ones that come in 2, you can see the 2 trays there. And you know what, these give me a really good color payoff. So I am totally fine with these. I'm no professional. And I'm just doing some wet on wet technique. Now you saw me there. If you want to give this a try, and this is something that you haven't done before, your best friend is water and a paper towel. If you oversaturate it, you're going to get just a big blob, and it's just going to be a square. But if you're wanting to create sort of a little bit of movement, white space is your friend. So you need to leave a little bit of white space on there, because otherwise it sort of just all melds into one and it looks very two-dimensional. But if you are just going for a quick look, and basically all my squares all the way around the outside, I just put some washi tape down, and it's a cheap washi tape, and I know this one peels off easily. And I am using the Vicky Bouton Foundations paper, which holds wet media really, really well. So I'm just putting it all out there. That's what I did on this particular layout. It's not difficult, and it turns out really pretty. I absolutely loved it, and it did get the watercolor juju out of my system a little bit. Is it a full painting? No, but it'll do for now. So my kids were home today. Today is our AQUA public holiday, and for everyone overseas, our AQUA is our Royal Brisbane show, and we just call it the AQUA. And it goes for about a week now. I think they've cut a couple of days back. They open it on the weekend now instead of on a Thursday, but we don't go to it. We took the kids one year, and Jen, we've actually never taken Jen there, believe it or not. And post-COVID, it's not somewhere that we're really in favour of going just yet. So maybe in the next couple of years we'll think about it. But that's why the kids were home today. Jen was enjoying having the TV all to herself, and she was enjoying lots of Marvel movies. She was watching Iron Man 2, The Avengers, a few of those movies, and I've been listening to them. I've actually also been listening to Mike Rowe. Does anybody else listen to Mike Rowe's pet podcasts? Seriously, that guy's voice, it is like a dream for me. I could listen to him talk about, I could listen to him read. I can't even think of a bad example, but I could listen to him constantly. He just has that voice, and it is amazing. I absolutely love it, and I've been writing to his podcast lately, and I'm watching him on YouTube because it sort of, I listen to them, but it's good to see every so often. And he talks to his mum, and oh mate, it cracks me up. They absolutely crack me up. And yeah, I used to love watching him on Dirty Jobs, and I listen to him when he does his what's the ship? The Bering Sea, trying to think what it's called. If you watch it, you're probably yelling at me right now. Write it below if you know what it's called. Catching king crab. They catch king crab in the ocean. Yeah, anyway, I digress. No one cares. So I absolutely love listening to Mike Rowe and Dirty Jobs and all that sort of thing. So this layout's coming together really quickly for me because I kept it simple. I didn't want to overthink it. I wanted to just create those splotchy water bits around the outside edge. And I actually did something that someone actually challenged me. There's a couple of layouts this week that a few people have messaged me and set me up with a bit of a challenge. This one, the challenge is, and the challenges, they didn't want me to mention who they were from. So I won't do that. I won't out you, but I will let you know that one of them was, do you have stickers that you don't use that you could use? Could you use them on a layout? So this is me using some old stickers that I've got. These are, I don't even know where I got these from. I've had these for eons. They were probably from Kmart, maybe. They were from the news agency. Used to have these scrapbooky bits and pieces. I remember there used to be a scrapbooking shop at Morayfield. There was two of them actually, and I used to buy bits and pieces from there. I know these ones here are from Creative Memories, and I'm just putting them down. So the challenge was, can I use stickers on a layout? Is that something I'm able to do? Of course I can use stickers on a layout. It's just not my go-to thing anymore. I think we all do this, and I want to make this crystal clear for everybody. There is no right or wrong way to scrapbook. If you're like Adele Toomey and, you know, Inky Quill, if you're like her and you like to stick and plonk, that's what she calls it. She affectionately calls it sticking and plonking. Don't overthink it, just put it down. And if that is the way you scrap, keep doing it, because that's what you like to do. That is your artwork. That is how you like to scrapbook. If you are somebody that likes to use, like I like to use a lot of words. I like to use my stickers as my stickers, or my fonts, or my journaling, so to speak. I like it to sometimes just be my ephemera on the page. So this is where, on this particular page, you can see obviously I've done the little bit of watercolor around the outside edge, and then I'm just mounting all the stickers. I'm cheating a little bit. Don't sue me, but I am cheating a little bit. I did back them onto some white cardstock. Otherwise, you wouldn't have seen them. And there was really no white space left on the layout for me to just plop some stickers onto. So I did think about this beforehand. I'm still using the stickers. I'm just switching it up and showing you another way that you can possibly use them. And this may also help you use your stickers a little bit more. So these are just descriptive words. These are photos taken in sequential order, and it's just something that it resonates with me. It's one of those things that it makes me happy when I look at that sort of layout. So you do you figure out what you like. As there's a couple more layouts, I actually did them today because when I'm challenged, I like to just get in and succeed at the challenge, not leave the challenge to the last minute and be panicking, you know. I like to know exactly where I'm going with the challenge. This particular page, it was using stickers. Another challenge that was put forward to me, can I use minimal materials and can I do a minimalist page? Because obviously a lot of my pages, they're very full. I fill my whole page. I like the creative side of it. I have managed to do one. It will be up on Friday, that one. And I do believe it's Friday. Yeah, just checking my book. So that one will be up on Friday, and it is a very minimalist look. And I believe I've achieved that. And even my kids had a look and went, wow, you can do it like that too. So it was kind of good. It was yeah, it's good. It's good to challenge yourself and think outside the square. And I'm more than happy for you guys to challenge me with things because it gives me ideas about what you want to see. Because I use my channel to teach you different techniques, show you different ways of doing things, but it's also your channel because you're the one consuming the content. I want you to tell me what you want to see. What is something that interests you? And you know, and this is where it goes. This is how I create the best, I reckon. But anyway, I'm waffling. Geez, I'm waffling today. You'd think I've had 16 cups of coffee, but I really haven't. I haven't. I really haven't. And I have been going all day though, but that's okay. So I have added lots of sprinkly bits up the side. I've added some clear domes. I have added some liquid pearls. I've used Mermaid, Bahama Bay, Brilliant, and White Opal. I've used some large clear sequins. I've used some clear dewdrops, some POSCA paint pens. That's what I went around and did my border with on my photos. And it all just works. Now, all the bling I've kept up the sides, and the titles are literally the words that are on it. So I ran with January vacation because for us here, summer is in December, January, February. Hang on a minute. It's January, February, March, and we have our summer vacation. So that's when we have ours here, and that's when the kids are in the pool. So January vacation, that's when that sort of makes sense to me. So yeah, so this is just about done. I am mucking around with my iPad. It was driving me crackers. Couldn't settle on anything, so I settled with micro, and that was nice and easy. I had no 10 to Life up today. Does anyone else listen to 10 to Life? Annie Elise with 10 to Life and I can't say it. Seriously? No, it's not serious. I don't know. I can't say it. But anyway, it's a true crime thing. Anyway, let me know what you're watching at the moment. I really need some new stuff to watch. Here's all my bling bits. Actually, there's PINKFESH AQUA glitter drops on there as well. Forgot to mention those. And if you don't mind, if you're getting value from my videos, like, thumbs up, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. It all helps my channel get pushed out there to other people that are looking for scrapbooking layouts to get inspired by. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I will be back tomorrow with another video. And thank you so much for watching. I genuinely appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll be back tomorrow. Bye for now.